Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because today we are talking about one of the strangest stories to come out of this rainbow nation, but somehow always on fire experiment we call South Africa. Donald J. Trump, the Orange Dawn, the man with hair looking like it's permanently trying to escape his head, did what most South Africans secretly wish someone would do. He cut the allowance of a bunch of crying woke NGOs who were spending your tax money and mine on things that literally nobody asked for. And the reaction? Priceless. These so-called woke organizations are now running to the media like the little toddlers they are, saying, "Please, Daddy Trump, give us back our 50 million. We promise we'll behave this time. We promise." Let me break it down for you to put you on game real quick, because if you blink, you might just miss how badly these clowns played themselves. Smash that subscribe button. So the main character in today's soap opera in the NGO is called the Works Foundation, Democracy Works Foundation. Sounds awesome, right? Like a PC repair shop for politicians. Democracy Works Foundation. But here's what they actually do. They host endless panel discussions about race, privilege, and why our society sucks. They publish reports that nobody reads, with fancy words like intersectionality that sound like you need a PhD to pronounce. And they just love to tell you little noodles just how bad white privilege is, even though their boardrooms are filled with people sipping cappuccinos in Santon while complaining about inequality in Alexandra. Now, you'd think Trump doesn't even know what on earth Democracy Works Foundation is. And you'd be right, the man can barely spell democracy. But his team, his team knew exactly what to look for. They saw that this NGO was publishing racial materials and went, nope, cut him off. That's woke, that is wasteful, and that is not what we fund them for. Trump's government cut nearly 50 million rand that was meant for DWF. Gone, out the window. It vanished like Eskom's ability to keep the lights on. And the reason? Because these NGOs were spending taxpayer dollars, American taxpayer dollars, mind you, to push ideas that America itself doesn't want to fund anymore. Trump literally pulled a Malema, but in reverse. Instead of saying, "We want our land," he said, "We want our money back because you guys are wasting it on talking about something that's not even important." And here's the best part. This isn't about NGOs. Trump actually announced what he called a historic pocket rescission package. It sounds fancy, but basically, that's Trump saying, "You see all these idiots in South Africa? I'm cutting them off. No more money for you if you're talking about white privilege, racial inequality, or diversity programs that don't benefit the people." He even bragged about cutting $322 million globally from US aid and State Department funds. This man is literally canceling NGOs like a Netflix series that got too political. And from the looks of it, Trump and his team had a checklist that went like this. Do you promote white privilege? Cut. Do you support DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion? Cut. Do you talk about social justice? Cut. Do you criticize the US, the people who give you the money? Cut. Basically, if your NGO even whispers the word racism louder than a church mouse, congratulations, because you've been talking about the wrong things, you're broke now. But here's the delicious irony, and I swear you cannot make this up. The very same Democracy Works Foundation that's crying broke right now, their leaders actually have written volumes against BEE, Black Economic Empowerment, our favorite institution. So on one hand, they're like, well, BEE is bad, quotas don't work, blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, they're publishing newspapers about white privilege and structural inequality. That's like me saying, I hate McDonald's, it's unhealthy garbage, and then being caught at the drive-thru at 3 a.m. ordering a McFeast. Like, pick a lane. Let's be real here. Trump's message is crystal clear. He's saying, if you want American money, you better not use it to bash America or promote ideas we don't like. Play by our rules or starve. Tell me if I'm telling lies. And it's not even ideological conditioning. Because this is what it was always been. Aid with strings attached. South Africa has been hating on America. So now that they actually do what's right and cut funding to us, we're going to cry, run to France 24, NPR, The Witness, whoever will listen and saying, this is an attack on democracy. This is a censorship. This is authoritarian. Meanwhile, the average South African sitting in traffic right now, it's rush hour, because of potholes is like, wait, Trump saved us 50 million rand? Bruh, give this man the Freedom of Johannesburg award because he saved us again. Speaking of awards, a great reward for you watching this video is actually today's sponsor, because this video is proudly sponsored by Legend Furniture Removals, a family-owned Pretoria-based business specializing in furniture removals, office renovation, relocations, and making sure your fridge doesn't arrive looking like it fell down Sunny Pass. If you're moving anywhere in South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, or Mozambique, trust Legend Furniture Removals. You must check it out at www.legendfurnitureremovals.co.za. The link is in the description below. Now, back to the crime. You want to know why you can't stop laughing about this? These NGOs thought they were untouchable. They thought the money would never stop flowing, because who would dare cut funding to democracy where we keep talking about white privilege? But Trump just proved the point. No matter how many buzzwords you throw into your reports, if you irrigate the guy holding the wallet, you're done. You're done. It's like being a kid yelling, "I hate you" at your dad while you're still expecting him to buy you your first car. If you grew up like that, dad's gonna be like, okay, let's starve. This isn't just a South African thing. NGOs around the world are now panicking, double-checking their reports to make sure they didn't accidentally use the words systematic racism somewhere. Because if they did, it's bye-bye funding. Trump basically turned American aid into a litmus test. If you're woke, you are broke. Which is actually true if you really think about it. But nonetheless, here's the question South Africans should be asking. Why on earth are we relying on Trump's America to fund our NGOs anyway? We are a sovereign country, right? We're independent, right? So why is our civil society running around begging foreign donors like it's a TikTok live stream? Imagine the embarrassment. You call yourself an independent democracy, but the moment some orange guy in Washington sneezes, your entire NGO sector collapses. If that's not ridiculous, I don't know what is. So here's what D is gonna say. Stop crying about Trump. He doesn't care. He's busy golfing somewhere in Florida. In fact, he'd rather do that with his granddaughter than attend our G20, which says a lot. What South Africa needs is to stop getting addicted to foreign aid and start building its own institutions that aren't reliant on whether America woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Because right now, we look like clowns. Who am I kidding? We are clowns. And the world is laughing at us. So to the NGOs, either adapt or die. To Trump, hey, keep doing your thing, bro. At least you're doing something that saves us this week instead of load shedding. And to you, my summer followers, like, share, subscribe. Let's hit that 100K subs before some woke NGO tries to cancel me as well. Because you just know they're watching me right now, writing a report titled "The Harmful Rhetoric of the YouTuber called the Sambit." At the end of the day, here's what happened. The NGOs thought they were safe along with their Nepo babies. Trump pulled the plug, and now they're crying. Simple as that. So, Democracy Works Foundation, next time you want to host a seminar about white privilege, maybe do it at a coffee shop instead of with 50 million rand of American money. Because Trump just showed the world that even NGOs can get repossessed. Take that from the Summer Sambit, and like always, see you next time.